Hi there and welcome to another episode of Postcards from Bob. My name's Kate and I'm also known as Bob. Today I wanted to share with you 3 simple steps that will guarantee your goals become a reality. Now I know that saying something is both simple and guaranteed is a pretty big promise to make, but I haven't said that it's going to be easy because it's not. Nothing worthwhile ever is. You see, every day I work with individuals and businesses who are struggling to reach their goals. It's not because they're doing the wrong things, and it's not because they're not working hard. They are. But they feel like they're on a treadmill. They're running faster and faster and not actually getting anywhere. I like to think of these 3 simple steps like a 3-legged stool. If you take away any one leg on a 3-legged stool, it falls over. However, all 3 legs working together provide a very strong and stable platform for success. So what are these 3 simple steps? Well, unfortunately they do sound a little bit like boring business speak, but they work. So here they are. First step, analysis. Second step, strategy. Third step, action. By analysis, step 1, I mean really taking hold of where you're at and where you want to be. You need to be able to articulate your goal very clearly in 20 words or less. You really need to know what it looks, feels and smells like in a snapshot. Another key part of the analysis though is understanding what tools and resources you have available to you, but also what obstacles are likely to stand in your way. Unless you know what tools and resources and obstacles you are likely to have, then the analysis is a little bit empty. The second step, strategy, is about the building blocks. It's not just about the steps you're going to take, but it's about making sure you're taking the right steps in the right order. When will you tackle the obstacles? When will you use each tool? And perhaps how are you going to use them together? The third step, action, is pretty self-explanatory. It just means getting on with it. I used this 3-step strategy in many aspects of my life, but probably the best example was training for a marathon. 10 years ago, I decided I wanted to run the London Marathon. So step 1, analysis. I was overweight and unfit, and I couldn't run down the end of the block without stopping for breath. And there was I setting a goal of being able to run 42 kilometres non-stop. In terms of the resources and tools I had available to me, I was relatively healthy, but like I said, in terms of obstacles I was relatively unfit, and I also had a back injury I was carrying. In terms of resources, I was working a job that required really long hours, so I didn't have much time for training, and I also had a young family, so the only solution to that was getting up earlier. So that was the analysis stage. It was pretty scary when I looked at how daunting it was going to be. Strategy was figuring out how I was going to fit everything in using the resources and the obstacles that I had. So the first step was eating healthier. I needed to lose some weight if I was going to be able to run a marathon. The second step was actually not building up my stamina. It was actually not going for big long runs to be able to run further. It was strength training to take care of my back injury, because I realised that unless I took care of that obstacle, I was never going to get towards my goal. And in fact, my back injury could have got worse. So I started eating healthier and doing simple strength training and going to physio to take care of my back injury. And then I started the running training. I had 6 months before the marathon, so the timescale was pretty tight, but I knew that if I did things in the right order, I would actually be able to get my tools and resources to work together. So as the healthy eating and the strength training started to make a difference to my overall health, I was able to start the running. I was able to go on the long runs longer and longer until I was able to actually run the 42 kilometres. Step 3, the action. Now that was the hard bit. I say hand on heart, I didn't get up for training every morning that I was meant to. I did skip training and I didn't continue to eat healthy 24/7. There were some setbacks. But the most important thing was that when the path wasn't smooth, when I did face some setbacks, I took action, and I took action about getting back on the path. I reminded myself of my goal. And so taking action isn't necessarily just about doing what you're meant to do. It's about putting yourself back on the right path when you stray from it. So like I said, the steps are simple and they are guaranteed to work, but they are not easy. But if your goal is worthwhile, it is worthwhile following those steps. So if you've got a goal that you're struggling to reach, how about you just go back to the beginning? Start with the analysis, build a strategy, and then take action. Those three things together are the three-legged stool that will guarantee your goals become a reality. That's all from me for now. You have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.